craft beer boom has seen smaller breweries pop up all across America. Milwaukee has more than you realize, but there could be some bad news heading their way later this year.
Our Evan Peterson joins us now in studio with what has these breweries on edge.
Ted, Stephanie, by the end of the year, a tax break for small to medium-sized breweries is set to expire, which may not sound like a big deal to you, but failure to get this kind of relief could mean that you pay more for the drinks you love.
Other breweries in this area are certainly doing the same thing with the savings they get as we are here.
A Midwest staple, Sprecher Brewery, says a federal tax break they and other breweries of similar size have been receiving for years is set to expire at the end of this year.
This act gave a bit of a tax break to all alcohol producers. The small producers gain quite a bit from it. It results in a reduction from $7 a gallon to our barrel to $3.50 a barrel.
Currently, the team at Sprecher says the money they save from these breaks goes back into business.
Gives us additional funds that can be reinvested back into the company, back into creating more additional products, which on top of that creates new jobs.
But if the break ends, consumers across the country could pay more for alcoholic drinks.
Ultimately, the consumer should be concerned because their beer costs more.
But thankfully, this brewery has an ally in Washington.
There is a real concern around retaining the tax benefit for craft brewers.
Congresswoman Wen Moore says she supports making these tax breaks permanent.
So there's a real supply chain to be protected by this tax incentive.
But she recognizes that in our nation's capital, even supporting simple measures like this can be an uphill battle.
I can't promise, given some of the other activity in Washington, D.C., that that's going to happen by the end of this year.
A pint of reality that may be tough to swallow. Republican Congressman Brian Stiles, Jim Sensenbrenner, and Glenn Grothman are all supporters of this legislation. Officials with Sprecher say that if this tax break does not get renewed, they would eat the cost internally. But for other smaller breweries across the area, they may have to increase their drink prices in order to recoup costs. Steph?
We'll see where it goes. All right, Evan, thank you. Former Wisconsin